Yeah, good morning, MarketChameleon.com. This is take two. How you doing, brother?
I'm not doing so good. Jake was making fun of my wardrobe selection. He wants to start dressing me.
All right,
Can we
let's
get
get into
Jake
this
on the
thing. You go
show?
ahead, bring up your screen, brother. Everybody remember, option trading. All trading is risky. We're not telling you what to do. We're just giving you some ideas, teaching you how to use the chameleon, man. That's what it's all about, doing your research. What do you got today for us, brother?
I'm in a blank now. This is what take is this? Take 4?
Man, it's so
Walmart.
sad. The people missed out on my commentary on Walmart.
Yeah, which
Walmart,
we're gonna.
Amazon. All right, let's get into it. Walmart, they came out with numbers yesterday.
Yeah, can you remember what they did?
They
It
they
wasn't yesterday. It was this morning in the AM.
Oh, it's this morning.
Early, they beat. They're up $2 in the pre-market. Uh, their earnings number beat, but revenue misses. So obviously controlled costs, but didn't make as much in the doors as they were advising. But it's an interesting. Walmart's an interesting story, as is Amazon. Both of which, they're in competition for that eternal last mile.
Yep.
Will Walmart's store ownership and actually retail locations give them any sort of advantage in that last mile, that last 24-hour delivery type battle that's going to start taking place big time?
Yep.
Free delivery.
I still think, like I was saying before, I think there's a little bit of space in there. If somebody has a company that has little bots to drive these, packages around, I think there's money there.
Yeah, people don't want to hear about bots again.
People are scared of the bots, man. Anybody I bring up that cars are going to be self-driving in 10 years, they're like, what? That's so dangerous, man. I mean, literally, people, the vast majority of the population, they don't get it, dude. They literally don't get it. They don't get it, including yourself, I believe.
You have to live in San Jose or Northern California, San Jose, Costa Rica. You want to give your address out? Escazú.
Yeah, you want to know my address? It's left at the tree, 400 meters. Take a right at the fence.
He's It's him, Elon Musk, and the Uber boys are the ones who believe in this self-driving car.
Man,
Everyone else
Musk
is like,
put it the
it's
best.
crazy.
He said, "Look, in 1910, okay, if you wanted to get on an elevator, guess what? There was a guy in there who would control the lever, and he would move you between the floors. Okay, the idea of pushing a button to get to a floor was insane. People are like, what's going to happen? How does it know it's not going to chop my head off when I try to get out of the right? People were scared about it. It's the same thing with cars right now. In 10, 15 years, we're going to be looking at this like you were crazy to be driving your own car.
Can we bring back those guys? In New Jersey, you still can't pump your own gas.
I know.
They don't believe it's safe. And I'm in agreement. Those are jobs that need to be saved.
Oh my God, you're killing me.
People cannot pump their own gas efficiently. Too much spillage.
Too much spillage.
Anyways, I looked at
right.
Walmart.
As our mom would say, what's going to happen to all those good jobs?
They are.
It's like, wait a minute. Those are pumping gas jobs. Aren't we okay letting those jobs go, Will? Are we okay letting them go?
No.
We're not.
We're not happy with that. Jake and I are not happy with that.
I hear you, man.
Walmart. We looked at some credit put spreads for bullish. Can I get your face down? That's a problem.
No, I'm back up, man.
To take advantage of a bullish move in the stock after this earnings, if it continues to move towards its 52-week high. There were lots of opportunities yesterday with the theoretical edge, high win rates, downside cushion, and percent return if the stock remains where it is. And if it goes higher, you will do better. Amazon, just because Walmart was in the earnings news, it made me think of Amazon. I don't know if you're aware, but Mr. Buffett owns a $900 million stake in Amazon.
Did not know that.
Can both of them be winners? Who knows?
I think so. But if you look at it, too, this came out the other day as well with Amazon, was that they were paying people who are doing deliveries to, they were giving them bonuses to be like full-time delivery people. Did you hear about this?
I think it's great. And I believe those jobs should never go away. Never should a bot take a job.
I believe that law should be encapsulated that all driving must be done by humans.
They're working on that.
They're working
Your
on
beloved,
that.
your beloved Bernie, and they're working on it.
They're working
But
on
anyways,
it.
there are a bunch of bullish credit put spreads you can do in Amazon.
Yep.
3 pages of opportunities there. So I then flipped to the calendar, see if there was anything jumping out at me. Obviously today is Walmart. You also have Baidu. John Deere tomorrow was one. That actually, you know why that check is there? It's in a watch list. Can you guess which watch list that's in?
China?
Or China. That was a stock that reacted bad the Monday after the weekend. Trump tweets. It sent the markets into a little bit of the spiral over the last week.
Yep.
Going into earnings, I looked at different earnings option strategies, and anyone who hasn't been looking at the strategies, it's great that we're showing time spreads now and diagonals and calendars. But there was the basic credit put spread showed up there the day before earnings and 1 week after. So I searched for and that's 6 out of 7. The last earnings, 86% win rate. The last 7 earnings. I looked at the credit put spreads, and there are a lot available. So yummy in your tongue. Home Depot and Lowe's showed up later in the week. Just keep an eye on it. I guess the thing that
when's Home Depot going to get into the rental business, man? Where I can rent my power drill. I don't want to be buying power drills, man. I want to rent power drills.
When the
See,
bots,
again, all they need is that bot to deliver it, man.
The
deliver
bot
it to
gets
my
into the
door.
marketplace, it can have that last mile rental business. It is interesting. I don't think the rental business is going to be as profitable as, 99% of the drills being bought are never used.
Right.
Or used, 0.001% of their lifetime.
Correct. Yep.
I actually fall into that. I must have 4 drills, and I barely use one of them. So it's an American obsession, the drill.
Of course.
And,
dude, drills, saws, ladders, all those things, man. All of them. Although my bot's going to have trouble picking the ladder up.
I've got a bad ladder story. You want to hear it?
Do I want to hear a bad ladder? Save that for the end of the show. Yes, I definitely do want to hear a bad ladder story.
All right. Well, so keep an eye on calendar put spreads are available. 7 of the last 10, 70% winners. Calendar call spreads, selling the near term, buying the next month out. It shows an 89% win rate the last 8 out of 9. So there's some real things to look at in Home Depot.
Nice, guys. If you're on the Chameleon right now, checking and following along with the data with Will, remember, click the top right-hand corner, the subscribe button. And that gives you 7 days free premium where you can look at all this amazing data. What's going on with Lowe?
Well, same thing. They come out the day after. It's going to be interesting to see, how the home improvement market's doing. I mean, are people spending money on their homes? Always a good sign of an economy when they are. So just be aware of that. But, lots of opportunities here. 80%, 8 out of the last 10 calendar call spreads. Credit call spreads, 5 of the last 6, 83% time. So some numbers to play around with and look for opportunities. The last thing I was going to do was just give everyone a quick shot of the fire.
Ooh, the fire.
Fire
in a while.
Lots of opportunities. These are the Chameleon just giving us a little hot list. So 4 pages of them today.
Oof.
So take a dive. A couple in D. Which we talked about, Home Depot, short that, the money call. Obviously, anything. So lots of stuff to look at.
Mike's asking.
Boy.
Oh, wait. First, Jake's clicking in. Careful with those opportunities. Hey, man. Opportunity is also a risk, right? Risk. Man.
Yes, I should.
There is 100% risk. Well, I mean, not 100%, but there's risk was absolutely everything you're seeing on your screen, folks. You got to be careful out there. Absolutely. Mike's chiming in. He wants to know, hey, when these follow-ups that he's hearing about on Facebook, the Will follow-ups, man, when's that gonna? Can they set? Because they don't have a alerting system. Is there any way you can narrow down a time, a window where people can get on Facebook to watch the Will report? I just named it, by the way, the Will report.
The Will report?
Yeah.
Why
don't you bring up your face so we can see it? The Will report. While we're waiting for Will to bring up his face, remember, if you're on the Chameleon top right-hand corner, click the subscribe button. and you can try out the data and analytics, premium data and analytics. If you're on the YouTube or whatever, what other platform, remember to click subscribe. So what do you think, man? What time you think would be good for you?
I try to do that around 12.
Around noon Eastern.
I try to do a recap, but it could be 1, it could be 11:30. You know, we don't have an exact time for Mike.
He's got kids, man. He's got kids.
The key thing is when I do the recap, if you're a Facebook follower, don't you get alerted?
No alerts on Facebook. I mean, if you're on Facebook, right? It may or may not pop up in your feed, but he would literally need to be on Facebook, which obviously people aren't just hanging out on Facebook. There's no like alert to pop up on your phone. You know what I'm saying?
So no one on Facebook gets alerted when someone's doing something live.
It has to pop. They have to literally physically be on Facebook, and then they can see it come through their feed.
All right. Now, what happens when you do a watch party?
That I have no idea. Same deal. You still have to. I would have to have the Facebook app open or have it open on my screen, right?
You know what I am.
You know what the best way to do it? This is what you do, Mike. Do this. Follow Will on Twitter. I trade Vol on Twitter. Will. A minute before you go live, hey, I'm going live on Facebook. Boom. Problem solved.
All right. There you go.
So tell us this ladder story, man.
Oh, it was a buddy of mine, a neighborhood friend who actually I was unaware that his occupation, he has a company that cleans roofs.
Okay.
All they do is clean roofs. So they get up on a roof and scrub them down.
Yep.
And he was up on a ladder, I don't know, 40 feet. It was on like almost the last, you pull the ladder up, it's like
sure.
click, click, click. So those
very last.
He was up, and he played college football, so he's a really solid guy.
Solid.
Probably goes about 240 now, and
right.
Those clips there snapped.
Oh,
both of them. He came down 40 feet onto his back.
Oh,
fractured his spine. I don't know how he's not paralyzed or dead.
Wow.
But they 3 screws right in the center of his neck here.
Jeez. You want to hear my almost miss on the ladder story?
For sure.
Well, I had a painting company back in college. Just so you guys know, this is started my franchise career. Had a franchise, hired all my friends. My friends were idiots. And so anyway, I'm out on a Sunday because nobody wanted to paint this part of this roof. It was a soffit, like just a line of wood at the top, white. You see these make the house look nice. Nobody wants to do it because the peak of this thing was at like 60 feet. My big 40-foot ladder just reached about 2 feet underneath the corner of the roof line. So I climb up the ladder, I put my paint bucket up there, and I basically lift myself up onto the roof, right? I get up there, I lean over the edge, and I paint this basically trim of the roof line, right? Takes me about 30 minutes. I'm done.
Why didn't you get on the roof at a lower level?
Because there's no way the ladder, I didn't have a 80-foot ladder to reach up to the peak of the roof. The roof's like this, right? And I'm getting on down here, right?
Oh, so you did have it at the highest.
I had it at the lowest point of the roof.
You got it at the lowest point.
The highest point of my ladder's opened all the way, the lowest point of the roof.
All right.
And I still had to pull myself the 2 feet up to get on.
Can I ask you another question?
Yeah.
You had was the paint in a bucket? How did you get the bucket to sit on the roof?
I literally put it up on the roof, and it sat it there, right? And I get up on the roof, I paint the roof, and then I go and I'm like, okay, time to get down, right? And I look over the edge, and my heart sinks, dude, because there's nobody there to help me, and I have to basically lean off the edge of this roof and put my foot, which is like 4 feet down, onto the last rung of this ladder. I totally freak out. I'm like, oh my God. I sat there for like 10 minutes. I put the bucket on the roof. I lean over, and I'm like, dude, just doing what your guy does. Just lean. My foot reaches it, and I get on the ladder, and I'm like, oh my God, I made it. And I go to grab the bucket. The bucket had fallen over the white paint down the black roof.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask you is how can you put a paint on an angled roof and it sits? I mean, I was going to ask, did you ever lose paint that way? I was about to ask that.
There you go, man. There you go.
You just left, right?
No, how you fix it, that's a story for another day.
Let me guess. You wiped it up the best you could, went down, grabbed a handful of dirt, and came up and threw it on it. Am I right?
Yep. Then I ran to Lowe's or whatever, bought a can of spray paint that matched the color of the roof. Sprayed it on.
Nice. That's smart stuff.
College pro
Took that
painters, man, back in the day.
Last 10% and left.
Oh, man. That's it for today, man. There you go, man. Risk,
Thanks for joining
reward.
us,
Be careful
comedians.
out there, everybody. Be careful out there. Safe day trading,
safe.
everyone.